What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. Listen to me really good because this is also a comment that I had from somebody, you know, that said, you know what, your arms must be jacked for being able to use your upper body, to lift yourself up in your truck. And they said, I can't even use my upper body to get myself in a truck. It's all legs. Well, in that case, I can understand that question. I can definitely understand that question because everybody goes through something different. Okay, everybody has their way of doing things. Like I say, for me, getting in and out of a truck, yes, I use my upper body. As far as lifting in, trying to lift myself up into the truck, or even getting out of the truck, it takes me a lot longer than what it does, somebody else that is walking on their own. So it takes me, it takes you a little longer. Everybody has their ways of doing something. I say, it definitely sucks for someone, as myself, having a wheelchair. It does, because you deal with the judgments, you deal with the bullies, you deal with all of that, and it sucks when a lot of people don't realize that are judgmental and they want to, be a bully. Um, Honestly, a lot of people don't realize they're just dealing with, they're just talking to another human being. Because you know what? No matter your disability, you are 100% human with a 100% different but 100% true story about you. And like that, just like I said, we all go through something different. Like I said, I know I've myself have talked a lot about me. Again, that's only because I don't know everybody's story unless somebody comments and says, "Hey, this is what I go through. Can you talk about this or talk about that?" So that's one reason why I don't go on about different things, or specifically talk about spina bifida, um, because that's what, like I said, that's what I was born with. Um, but just because you have a disability doesn't mean you're not capable of anything. It just means it's going to take you a lot longer to do that certain something. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. That's 100% perfectly okay. And a lot of people do not realize that. Now, I want to say this too. Um, as someone that's 36 and never been on dates or relationships, unfortunately, all because I have a wheelchair. I've saw people. I get that, and I've saw that from different people, meaning females. And before anybody, says anything, I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm not. But I'm going to say this. Just because of a disability doesn't mean I can't do that. Doesn't mean I can't date or have relationships. Yeah. I was born with level 1 spina bifida, and that just affects my balance. That's all. And that's why I'm not walking right now, man. When am I going to be able to walk on my own? That's a hard thing to say. That's something that I want to do, yes. But when that's gonna happen, I can, I don't know. I would have loved, and also yes, I would have loved to probably since I was 18. I probably I would have loved to have already been through maybe 2 to 3 years worth of a relationship. Had kids. Got married. But because I have a wheelchair, that's kind of been you know that's been the setback. And no, I'm not saying everybody's like that. You know, some people, see that person in a wheelchair and they think, I don't know about this. It's different. And yes, it is different. I will 100% agree with you on that. But I promise you this, just because of that does not mean that a person's disabled. It means it takes them longer. It might take them longer, just to, move from point A to point B, or, whatever the case may be. In other words, what it takes you as a person who walks. It might take you, like I said, it might take you 10 minutes to walk a mile, for example. As for someone in a wheelchair, it might take you 20 minutes. There's no disabled about it. It just takes you longer than somebody else. And you know what? Again, that is 100% okay. Yes, it gets aggravating. Don't get me wrong, it gets real aggravating. That part I can totally understand, and I back you 100% up on. It gets aggravating. For me, I said being 36 and still never been on dates or relationships because of having a wheelchair, it gets aggravating. And you know what? It's aggravating, but again, it's heartbreaking because again, there are great people out there that don't judge. When you go through something so much, and then you find somebody that's not like that, what you've been through, it messes with you. But at the same time, remember this: no matter your disability, you're still able. It might take you longer than someone else to do something, but just because it takes you longer doesn't mean that you're any less of a person. That doesn't make you any less of a person. Just because something took you longer, that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly okay. So keep that in mind. The next time for everybody that likes, that's thinking about judging someone, or thinks about being a bully, remember that person that you was thinking about bullying, or that person that you was thinking about judging, or maybe that person you was thinking about turning down, who maybe ask you out on a date or a relationship. think about this. They might be disabled as far as, well, as far as maybe either walking or whatever the case may be. But guess what? Just because they're disabled, just because they have that disability, that doesn't allow them to walk, doesn't make them any less of a person. That's just, a disability is what a person goes through. Some, yes, more than others. In other words, some disabilities you can't, are unnoticeable. Some disabilities are unnoticeable. Again, just like mine, just like my disability. As I've said, I was born with level 1 spina bifida, and that just affects my balance. And you know what? Most people, will see the fact of, he's in a wheelchair though. Is it really, is it really that, or what's going on? Yeah, it's really, level 1 spina bifida just affects my balance. Some people see, like I say, in my case, some people just see the fact of, oh, they have a wheelchair, and they'll spaz out over it, because it scares them. And I can understand that. In other words, some people see that you have a disability, and in their mind they might have a lot of questions, and then they're not sure how to answer those questions, or they're not sure what questions to ask. But just because someone has a disability doesn't make anybody any less of a person. It's going to take you a lot. It might take because of your disability, might take you a lot longer to accomplish something. But just because you have a disability doesn't make you any less of a person. I can promise you that. Because even with your disability, you're still 100% person. You're still 100% a human being person with a 100% different, but 100% true story about you. With that said, keep being you. Keep smiling. I appreciate all the comments, the subscribers, the shares, the views. Wow, the views. Thank you so much for all the views. Keep being you. Definitely keep the questions coming, because I love being able to help people. And that's one reason why that I've started here on YouTube, and that's why I'm keeping going, because I love to help as many people as I can in any way that I can. So keep going, keep being you. Again, if you have questions, comments, leave them. Let me know in the comments. And when I respond to the comments, and I see that you also have a YouTube channel, I will subscribe to your YouTube channel as well. Yes, I stutter. I know. Why? Who knows? I mean, that's just something I've always done. But I'm still human. You still see me sitting here, making YouTube videos. So before you judge someone, think. And remember, like I said, just because you have a disability does not mean nothing. Because when you study the word disability, you're really looking at the word ability. you have the ability to do something. The word disability, this means it's going to take you, it might take you longer than it does someone else to do something. So with that said, keep being you. Much love. I appreciate all the comments, the shares, the likes, the views. Wow. And all the subscribers. Again, if there's anything that you would like to hear, let me know in the comments, and I'll get that done for you. Also, when I respond to your comments, and I see that you also have a YouTube channel, I will subscribe to you as well. So again, with that said, thank y'all again for all you've done, with all the subscribers, comments, shares. I appreciate it. Much love, and let's get it.